Hello, I'm Sam. I've recently got some requests from some of my non-Sinhala speaking friends if I could share some learning tips with them in English. So I've already done another video in Sinhala with English subtitles. So I'll put the link in the description box so you can also refer to that. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you a very useful tip to improve your speaking skill within a very short period of time. I know all of us love to take the fast track. Most of us have this very common problem where we've been studying a language for so many years, but when it comes to practical conversations, we might be struggling to speak. Why does it happen? Knowing the basic grammar rules and vocabulary does not mean that you're fluent in a certain language. You'll definitely have to work on your speaking skill in order to use the language in a more practical way. In this video, I'll be sharing with you a very important tip to improve your speaking skill. Learning a language is pretty much similar to learn how to swim. In order to become better at your swimming, you would have to jump out to the water and you have to use the techniques that you have already learned. Even when learning a language, the language in your head might be in a really good level. You might know your grammar rules, you might know your vocabulary, but when it comes to the practical conversations, you might be struggling to deliver the message that you really want to give. That happens because you have not improved your speaking skills. So how can we improve this speaking skill? If you really wish to improve your speaking skill, then you'll have to regularly use the language. You'll have to hear yourself speaking in that language. Now you must be wondering how to find a partner to speak this language with. You might not know any native speakers, or you might not have any friends who can speak in this language that you want to improve. But that's not a problem as long as you could find a good listener. So who can be our listeners? Anybody who can support you to improve your speaking skill. That listener does not necessarily need to understand what you're saying. That person has to listen to you while you speak to them in that language that you want to improve. So as an example, you can go to your best friend and ask, I want to practice French, can you be my listener? If that person genuinely cares about you, the answer would be yes. So right after you could find a listener, you can have the regular conversations with that person in the language that you want to improve. Even though the listener does not understand what you're saying, still you will improve your speaking skill, because when you keep continuing to speak in a certain language, your brain starts to think in that language. So once you started to think in a certain language, that will make you fluent in it. Now, if you take your native language, you're very fluent in your native language because since your birth you have been speaking, you have been listening, and you have been thinking in that. If you want to become fluent like that in another language, you will definitely have to use it in the regular conversations. So if you could not find a good listener, or if you felt a little uncomfortable to talk to someone that you know in a different language, then obviously you can talk to yourself out loud. So as a beginner to a language, you might not know many words, you might have a very limited vocabulary, but you can daily refer to a dictionary and you can daily learn new words. That's how you should improve your language. The more you will use the language in the regular conversations, the more you will improve your speech. So challenge yourself today and try this tip out. You will definitely see a huge progress in your speaking skill within a very short period of time. And always remember, you'll have to step out of your comfort zone in order to achieve your goals. I hope that you could take something from this video. So I'll see you in another helpful video.